Hello everyone, how's it going today? Chelsea Face here, and I'm excited to give you today's new video, which is going to be 10 manga that I really want to check out and read. So I guess like anticipation for these manga. Some of these are going to be series and some of them are just going to be standalone, but I think majority of them are series. So these are ones I just want to get started on. The first one is called Love in Focus. It is a series about a girl who has a passion for photography, and there might even be some romance thrown in there, of course. This girl ends up going to a new school. She's in a new dorm and a new life. She may have just found herself in the middle of a love triangle. Those are some of my favorites. It sounds hard-hitting to me as like the main character, she's lost someone really close to her. It doesn't say in like the previews and the bios and stuff who it was, but it does sound really hard-hitting but also heartwarming at the same time, so I think that's going to be a really good manga to check out. It is by Kodansha Comics and it was published in March of 2019, so it's still very new. I think it looks really cute. The art style is gorgeous and I just cannot wait to check this one out. Let me know if you've read any of these actually, because if they're awful, I don't really know if I want to read them or not, but if you personally think that they're really cute and good and the art's great, let me know, because I love new recommendations. I love learning about manga and everything about manga. Like, I'm all about it right now. I've been so obsessed lately. I went and bought like 3 the other day and I've already read through them like that. Waiting for Spring Volume 1. Now this one I saw all over Instagram. It's super cute looking. The art is fantastic. I'm very picky about the art style of my manga. Sometimes I'll give them a second chance if I don't particularly like them, but I normally just go straight for the cute covers. It is a sweet romantic story of a high school freshman girl and her quest to make new friends. Mizuki is a shy girl who vows to make tons of new friends once she gets into high school. But those friends may just end up being the 4 stars of the boys' basketball team. I sense some tumultuous love stuff going on here. Right up my alley. I mean, will love happen? Maybe, hopefully. Can she handle the pressure of the fangirls of these boys? We'll see. It is also by Kodansha Comics, and it was published in July of 2017, so it's a couple years old, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Everywhere on YouTube that I've heard people like talking and reviewing about it, they just can't stop talking about how much they love the series, so I'm really excited to check that one out as soon as I can. Dreamin' Sun Volume 1. Now this is a lighthearted, I think, comedy by the creator of Orange, and if you don't know what Orange is, I highly recommend that you check it out. I stumbled upon the anime a few years ago, and I've been obsessed since, and I have not read the manga, but it is a really good show and I want to read other things by this artist slash writer. And this is one that I've heard really good things about. It says it's about Kamiko, who lives in a house where she feels like she doesn't belong. Her mother has passed away and her father has remarried, and she feels like all of the attention is going to her little brother. So I'm sure she just kind of feels, it's either probably she feels like bratty, like she's not getting enough attention, or it's just accepts that, you know, she's not the star of the house right now and, you know, is kind of upset and just possibly just feels useless, you know? Like, I get both sides of that spectrum. She's offered a place to relocate as long as she does 3 requests by the person who runs the place. She begins this journey of self-discovery and romance, so there is some really cute romance supposedly in this, and the art style is just so beautiful. Like, I can't stop looking at the covers for this. This is published by Seven Seas Publisher. I don't think I've read anything by Seven Seas, so that's interesting. They must be fairly new, at least new to me. Like, I haven't read anything by them, so I'm excited to see this one eventually. And it was published in May of 2017, so it's also a couple years old, but I've heard nothing but good things, like I've said. I haven't heard anyone talk bad about this one, so I'm excited to add that one to my list. I don't know how to say this one. Eoharu Ride, I think that's what it is. I'll put a picture up here. Volume 1, this is a shoujo manga, and it was fairly recently adapted into an anime, and I think it was called Blue Spring Ride. I've never heard of the anime, but I kind of want to check it out either before or after I read it. I found that it doesn't really affect my view of the manga or the anime if I watch or read one first. Of course, one's probably better than the other, but it flip-flops so often that it doesn't really affect my opinion if I should watch or read it first. So I don't know which one I'll do first, but it's about a girl named Futaba, and she's a high school student who gets a second chance at her first love. So her first love ended up, from what I read, was supposed to meet her somewhere a long time ago, and he was a no-show. And so she was upset because she was going to confess her love to him then. He ended up moving for some reason, and now he's back, and so she's trying to get back with him. It was published by Viz Media, which I love Viz. They have so many good manga. I want more of their manga on my shelves. I can't wait to get this one. And it was in October of 2018, so it's only a year old. I've heard good things about it. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it, but I haven't looked into this one as much as the others. It just looks really cute. It might not be as, momentous as the other ones, like moving as quickly, but I like a really sweet short manga, and I think it's only like 6 or 7 volumes, somewhere in that range, but I really want to check this one out. It looks really cute, the covers are gorgeous, and the art style is very precious. Komi Can't Communicate Volume 1. Now I know you guys have probably seen memes of this anime or this manga. She's so cute. Like, I just see so many funny memes about this character, and so I'm very interested. I've been interested since before I even knew this was a manga. And it says that Shoko Kami, she's super socially anxious, and I totally get that, and she has trouble communicating with others, like even people that she likes and she's close with. Like, she has trouble just speaking because I guess she just has so much anxiety inside of her that her words won't come. And I know everyone's had situations where they have issues talking like that, but this is very extreme, and I'm just very interested in that mindset because I've struggled with that myself. Not so much recently, but in the past years I was very quiet because I didn't want to, She makes a new friend, Tadana, Tad, I don't know how you say his name, but he agrees to help her make 100 new friends before the end of high school. And that is the cutest darn thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't know how that could be any way but heartwarming. Sounds super cute, heartwarming. I just can't wait to read this one. I've heard so many people talk about it, and it's just so cute. It was also published by Viz Media, so I can't wait to add that one. And it came out in June of 2019, so it could possibly still be being made. I haven't looked to see if any of these are still in print, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them are. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Weird title. And honestly, when I was walking through the shelves of manga at my local Books A Million, I saw this on the shelf and I was immediately drawn to it. I picked it up and I was just looking at it. There was like a novel, like regular novel, and then there was a manga of it, like a big thick manga. And I was so drawn to looking at this, and I was like, what is this? Because the cover looks so pretty and girly and cute. And then the title, and I was like, is this gonna be like dark or something? So I read into it, and it sounds like something that's right up my alley. It is a first person story about a boy who finds his classmate's diary. And of course he reads it, and he finds out that she has a really bad pancreatic disease. Now, I don't know if that means cancer or if it's just some random disease. I don't know if they name it or anything. She's obviously dying of this disease. He ends up being the only non-family person who knows about this secret, so he shares the secret with her. Apparently she doesn't want anyone to know about it for some reason. I'm super curious because this story is supposedly about like a tale of friendship and morality issues, and it just has me really curious how it's going to end. Like, is she going to die in this series, or is she going to live? I don't know how it's going to end, but it seems really hard-hitting also. But it sounds really good and really exciting to me, and of course the title interests the heck out of me, so I'm excited to add this one to my TBR. It was published by Seven Seas, yet again another one I've never read, in January of 2019, so that's fairly new. I think it might have actually had some movies made of it, but I have not seen or heard anything about those, so I'll have to look into that. Elfen Lied Omnibus Volume 1. If you have ever seen the anime Elfen Lied, you know what this is. This is not for children. Whoever is watching this, child, adult, do not let kids watch this show unless, like, I guess they're older and they can handle it. But this is not for the weak-hearted. This is not for the weak-minded. This is a very dark and deep and gruesome show. And I own the series. It's 13 episodes anime. It is one of the most disturbing series I've ever watched. Like, every time I watch it, I get like a weird oogie feeling, and anyone I've ever let borrow it says the exact same thing. I love it so much, and I've seen it so many times, and I read a little bit of the manga that was translated by random people, so it wasn't super correct, but now they actually have official bind-up of it, and I'm excited to get that. It's got like multiple volumes within each omnibus, so omnibus 1 and 2 are already out, and I really want to get the first one because I know I'll love it. The art style is super cute, but the story is really dark. I'll tell you what it's about. There's this new human-like species that has started evolving when children are born, And I don't want to go into why or how, because that's very, very later in the series. These new race of people are made out of bone, like their skull grows that way. And they also are born with these magical vector thingies. I'm not sure what they're called in the manga, but in the anime they're called vectors. And they're these invisible arms that you literally can't see. And they can do anything. Like they vibrate so fast that they can cut through anything. So they can kill people very easily. The way they've been treated, of course, they're going to kill lots of people, and some of them are born with wanting to kill people. So it's very gory at the beginning, straight off. There's a girl named Lucy who is a Diclonius, is what they're called, and she breaks out of a institution where she's being kept captive, and she murders lots of people on the way out, very gruesome. And then she ends up moving in with this boy and his cousin, and there's like a cousin love thing going on, so you know, be aware of that. They have lots of misadventures and stuff, and she ends up losing her memory, so she has like two personalities as Lucy and Mew. And so it's really, really cute to see, you know, her new side being friends with these people and trying to hide from the government, and then also her Lucy side randomly getting flashbacks and seeing part of her past and what she's been through as a child, because she's not a kid anymore. She's kind of like a teenager now, and she's been through a lot. There's a lot of sexually explicit stuff, even involving children in this show, so just be aware that that kind of stuff happens and it's not pretty. I think the story is so dark and so hard-hitting that I can't help but be drawn to it. And I know it sounds weird to be so drawn to something so sinister and dark, but I truly love reading this story, and it's one that I think needs to be told. It has a lot of scientific merit to it, and I just really, really like it, that I've read/watched, so I cannot wait to actually read the official translation. It is by Dark Horse Manga, which I think is DC, if I'm not mistaken, so I guess they have a manga division, which I didn't know about, in June, so that's really exciting to me. The next manga I would like to read is Bloom Into You Volume 1. I watched this anime on Funimation randomly one day. I just stumbled upon it and decided, I'll watch this. It's really short, and I fell in love with this thing. It's about a character named Yu who yearns for the day that someone will confess their love to her and she'll feel butterflies in her heart stomach area. She just really wants to feel that feeling of, oh, I love you too, you know? A boy confesses his love to her and she feels nothing, and she's confused and upset that she feels nothing, and so she doesn't know what that means. Then she meets a fellow club member named Nanami, who is gorgeous and beautiful and everyone loves her, and she's like the most popular girl in school. Nanami starts having feelings for Yu, but will Yu have feelings for Nanami? So this is LGBTQ. It's really precious, really cute. I really like the level of consent in this series. I don't know about the manga, but the anime was really, really good. There might possibly be asexual representation in this. I don't know if it was ever confirmed, but to me that's what she is. And then lesbian, bisexual, that is definitely in this series, and it's just so sweet and precious, and it doesn't ever go beyond the line of consent. Like, I tried watching a show called Citrus and it just felt rapey to me, so I just couldn't do that. But this one feels a lot better in that mindset of like good. It is by Seven Seas again, and it was published in January of 2017, so I really want to read this. It's super short but really, really sweet and cute, and I think it won a ton of awards for like anime most wanted by people that year, so I definitely recommend you check out the anime. I want to read another. It is a large bind up. I watched this anime a long time ago as well. Really, really short, and it was in the horror section, I think. It's so interesting. Like, I can't remember a whole ton about it, but I do remember feeling like dread as I watched the show, and I really just want to read it to see where the origin's from. About a boy named Sakikibara who transfers to a class 3-3 at Yomiyami North Middle School. So he transfers to a new school after being sick for a while and dropping out of a different school, blah, 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 blah. And he's moving to this new school, and his new class is cursed and has this secret that they're holding from everyone. Despite the warnings from all of his classmates, he is drawn to speak to this girl who's just sitting in the corner, and no one is talking to her. They're acting like her seat is empty, and he's like, well, why are people bullying you? Like, this is not nice. And she's just like, don't talk to me. And so he does anyways. Well, then crazy things start happening to everyone around him. People start dying randomly in these like Final Destination-esque murder deaths. It's a curse, and I'm really interested in this. I love the anime so much. I just cannot remember exactly how it ended, so I want to rewatch it as well. But I highly recommend you check out the anime because it's really creepy and like people go psycho. I just remember it being really good. It is by Yen Press and it was published in October of 2013, so it's fairly old, but I still saw it physically at my Books A Million the other day, so I think you can still get your hands on it. And the last manga on the list is Masonic Oku. If you've never heard of this one, it's probably because it's really old. It was published in October 2003. Wow, I thought it was older than that. But that's pretty old for manga in shelf years. And it's a series about a woman who has a boarding apartment house, and there's tons of different characters who live in this house, and it's about the hijinks that they get into. It's 6 hyperactive roommates stuck under a roof. What kind of crazy stuff do they get into? So I imagine it's just going to be kind of like a slice of life, very interesting looks into these characters' lives, and I just think that'd be a really fun character study. I enjoy that kind of stuff. It's by one of my favorite manga artists, Rumiko Takahashi. I love her work. Everything I've seen her do has been fantastic. It's very stylized and I love the style that she has. It is so gorgeous and I just cannot wait to read this classic series by her. It says it has a lot of puns and American slang in it, so I think that's going to be fun. Sometimes it's really fun to see what the Japanese and American translations decide to throw in and change about it based off of like Americans reading it, so I'm excited to see that. But it's by Viz Media LLC. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I was really excited to make it. I love manga. Like I said, I've been just really into it so much this weekend, and I hope to continue and add more to my shelves right now / reader of manga. I read it digitally sometimes, but I prefer to hold it in my hands. It's just my favorite way to read it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you've maybe gotten some new ideas for manga that you want to read, or if you have some more recommendations for me based off of the ones that you know that I like, please feel free to leave them in the description. I always love adding new ones to my wish list, and that is kind of my TBR, my wish list is. If you're interested in what I am wanting to read, you can go to that wish list below. I don't expect anyone to buy anything off of it. It's just there as like my wish list TBR, because my TBR on Goodreads is like good giveaway stuff, so don't even read that. But it's the wish list down there that's my TBR technically, because it's stuff that I have either heard about and been really interested in, and sometimes I'll filter things out and get rid of them, and then sometimes I'll just add a bunch. So there's a shiz ton of stuff on there. You can check that out to see what kind of stuff I'm into, and that's it for this video. Thank you so much, so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a good day. I've been so excited to just film new videos for you, and I can't wait to push out more content for this channel. I've just been enjoying the heck out of it. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my videos. It helps me know that you guys are here for it, and if you like this video, I'll know that you like this kind of video. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!